What's up, y'all? You know what time it is? We finna go in here and watch Dracula. And when we get out, we're gonna tell you about it. See what we think about it.
Yeah.
Hero Bishop Show, Hero Bishop Show. It's party time, it's excellent. Hero Bishop Show, Hero Bishop Show. It's party time, it's excellent. Alright, man. I always be recording them bullshit intros outside of the theater. And I wanted to do this in the car, but it was kind of cold.
It was hella cold.
So we waited till we got home. But we just watched Dracula, Luc Besson or whatever. Man. Okay, if Dracula 92 was a 5, which to me is the goated Dracula movie, this movie was a 4.5.
Well, earlier in the car he said a 4, but I said a 4.5.
And I agree, because I kept, whenever we were watching it, I kept getting hype and going like, I'm not trying to say this is better than Dracula 92, but man, this shit's pretty badass. Because we've seen, in the last 2 years, we've been so disappointed by movies. Romulus, Beetlejuice, The Crow.
What else?
I don't know what.
There's been a lot of movies that came out this year or this last year that was not memorable because they weren't good.
The best movies we've seen in the last 2 years were probably Wolverine and Deadpool, whatever, Deadpool, Wolverine. There Will Be Blood, which is obviously a re-release.
Star Wars.
Star Wars,
that was also a
re-release
too, but
and this and Naked Gun, it was funny, but it wasn't like a movie. But yeah, crazy that 2 out of 5 were fucking movies that we already knew that were good that they put back in theaters. But this shit, right, to me, dude, Nosferatu was so disappointing to us, and I feel like they took like that's our cat making noise. They took I feel like Nosferatu borrowed from Dracula in 92, but in the wrong way.
They did horrible. Like Nosferatu, we left
we left
30...
we left that movie like 20. The cat just shook the camera. We left that movie like 20 minutes early.
Yeah, and that was it just wasn't good. It was hella boring. There was people leaving before we left.
Yeah.
And then, we couldn't even sit through the whole movie.
Lily Rose Depp was ignorant. But anyway, we're not talking about that movie. And I know a lot of people will disagree. But this movie, if you're gonna... Well, can we get the cat out of here?
Wait.
One moment, please.
Sorry.
Say
sorry
to
sorry.
everybody and say bye.
Say bye-bye. All right, let me sit down. Okay.
Cat's gone. If you're going to heavily borrow from Dracula in 92, just do it, but make it updated and more badass.
Well, that's exactly what they did with this movie, honestly. They didn't change... They stuck with the whole story plot from 92. They didn't copy it exactly. They changed, a couple things, but it was just enough to where you felt like you were watching... a new movie.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. But, and that's what I like in remakes, bro. I want you to almost rip it off, just make it more badass.
Yeah.
And they kind of did that, but at the same time, retooled the whole story, so it was like you were watching... Didn't you just say that?
Yeah.
So it was like you were watching a different movie.
Yeah.
And it was badass. The cinematography was fucking sick. I'm the biggest Gary Oldman dick rider, so I didn't think I'd be able to look at this dude the same way. And I didn't look at him the same way, but I looked at him in a different way, and he was just as badass.
He had his own charm.
Yeah, because the actor's a real weird-looking dude, and he looked evil, and he looked very fucking serious. Like the beginning of the movie when he's going out to battle against the Turks or Muslims or whatever, his fucking... he looks like a cold, hard killer. In his fucking suit with the huge dragon head and shit.
You know what? Wait, you know what I just thought about?
What?
He looks like Vlad the Impaler. Like he does. Like think about it.
Yeah.
Like
minus
in
the
the
stash.
depictions and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like they did a good job with that.
No, they did. He looks badass.
Yeah.
And the passion in it was, I think, kicked up a notch.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What else did I like about it? I liked that even though it was similar to 92, John Harker came to his castle and shit, and he looked all old like Dracula in the other movie, but like more fucking grotesque and like scary and evil looking. Like even his teeth were black and shit. But instead of like a bunch of minions, this motherfucker had a gang of gargoyles.
Yeah, that was sick.
And it sounds like, what? That might be corny, but the CGI was decent. And you could even hear when they were walking across the floor, like scraping the floor and shit. And that was badass. What were your thoughts on all that?
I like how they switched it up with the gargoyles. I don't know, I'm trying to think of what else that I liked. I was telling him in the car, I kind of like how, with this version of it compared to the 92 version, in the 92 version, you kind of feel like, what's her name, Winona, was like
Winona Ryder?
Yeah, she was like mind warped into like liking him. Like, you know, like you kind of wanted them to be together, but you weren't like, oh, this girl had free will and chose him. Like, that was like a whole mind warp thing. Whereas this movie, she actually was the reincarnated version.
At least that's what we got from it.
Yeah, like of his original wife, and she wanted to be with him. She wanted to turn into a vampire. They added the whole perfume thing in this new movie.
Hella spoilers through this whole fucking video.
Sorry.
He throughout time was trying to find his love, and he got like this magical fucking perfume that he went all over the world to make, and it would attract bitches to him. And he did it all throughout time, which was cool because it showed him in all these different places across the land, different time periods, different clothes, and he was dancing around, having a good time, perfuming bitches. And then he finally got to...
but he did it... He made it to find her. He made it to use on her. And then when he finally found her, he threw that bitch in the fire.
He threw that shit in the fire.
Even want to
use it on her because he didn't want to do her dirty like that.
Yeah.
So it was like she really wanted him and he really wanted her. But let's walk it back real quick. There's this fucking part where he looked all around. He couldn't find her. He was heartbroken, and he was at this like French like party thing. And, like, he came up and he thought this one chick was her, but it wasn't. And he was, like, so fucked up. And he started looking around the room, and they were all, like, being debaucherous, like, making out, people fucking in there, pissing in buckets, eating all this food. And that motherfucker started crying, and then he just went psycho and, like, drank everybody's blood. It was fucking sick.
He definitely had a crash out.
Yeah, it was a mega crash out. Another fucking sick thing about it that I liked was how... in 92, they show his whole journey of how he gets to England. In this, he's trying to get revived and pumped up to get over... Or in this, he doesn't go to England, though. He goes to, what, Paris?
Yeah, Paris.
In this, he fucking gets these bitches to invite him into, like, a church and then, like, just fucking feasts on all of them. And it's this whole weird thing where they're, like, watch the fucking movie. It's sick. They did a lot of badass shit in this that I didn't expect, and yeah, it was getting me hyped.
You could tell off the bat, though, it was gonna be dope. Like, we were sitting in there, and then the first 5 minutes, like, you could see how much they loved each other, like him and his original wife. And then he goes into battle, and then they set the battlefield on fire.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Which was really fucking cool.
They're waiting for these Turks. He has this big dragon armor fucking helmet on, and it's not a copy of the 92 red armor.
Yeah, it's different.
But it's just as badass. It looks like more like traditional armor, but with a huger dragon head and fucking fangs on his mask. And, like she said, they have all these barrels in front of them, and they're like, let them fucking Turks or whatever they are come out of the forest, and they smash all these barrels, push them over, it's gasoline, so they light up, and there's this huge wall of fucking fire in front of them that these guys got to go through, and they just come out and go ham and start killing all these motherfuckers. But that leads me to the part about his bride dying that you were talking about. Tragic.
Yeah. Oh, and then in the car we were talking about this too, where like in all the other Dracula movies and stories, she either offs herself or somebody kills her.
Yeah, or tricks her into killing herself.
Yeah. This one, he accidentally kills her while trying to save her.
Yeah.
Which was, like, even more of a heartbreak.
Dude,
you know, like,
it hits you in the heart.
soldiers that he was going up against didn't even kill her. He accidentally did, so...
Because he stabs one of the dudes, but the blade goes through that dude into his wife.
Yeah.
And it shows his anguish for a long time, dude. Like, finally, he, like, falls over on the fucking, her grave. And it's just laying there in the rain. Then it turns to snow, and then it packs over his body, and he gets up out of it. He comes back later, rips the lid off, breaks her coffin open. All it is ashes, and he's just laying in there crying. Like, it hit you emotion. I never had a Dracula movie, like, make me fucking feel sad for the dude.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that one was really sad. It showed him, like, in that whole sequence of, like, the seasons passing and this and that, he goes up to the top of the castle and jumps out the window multiple times to try and off himself, and it just doesn't work.
He's all fucked up, like, walking back up like this, and then finally he just quits trying, dude.
Yeah. I like the ending, too. The ending was more so, like...
Instead of... Okay. It wasn't like in 92 where, like, they kill him, you know what I'm saying, and take him out. It was like, this motherfucker went savage mode, and he could have killed everybody in that motherfucker. But him and the priest, who, by the way, is Das a Bingo from fucking Inglourious Bastards, they talk about how, hey, man, you can end all this shit now. If you really love her, let her live. Don't turn her into a vampire. Take the L, homie. So he actually sacrifices himself so she can live.
Yeah.
And then fucking when her man comes in there, she's crying by Dracula's ashes because he, like, turned into ashes. And he's like, oh, Mina. And she's just like, disses him, and he walks away like a bitch. So my boy Dracula didn't get to live and be with this girl, but it did make me happy that Mina's, like, used goods to her fiance now, or she don't give a fuck about him.
Yeah.
But it kind of made us sad, you know, because we were like, fuck, we wanted him to live. But it was actually kind of a powerful ending if you think about it, because he chose to sacrifice himself for his love for her.
But that really shows, like, in this movie, it kind of was about actual true love and not just, like, lusting over each other. Like, he could have had her at the end of the movie. He could have killed everybody in there. But the priest was like, if you genuinely love your wife, dude, you will sacrifice yourself right now to give her a better life. And then so he was like, that's it, then, you know.
What about the fucking, the dentist, a.k.a. the Nazi guy, whatever he is in all the other movies? What about his performance? Was it hitting? I liked his Van Helsing better than the fucking guy in Nosferatu.
William Dafoe.
And I liked him better than, I'm not gonna lie, I liked him better than, Anthony Hopkins version? Was that who that was in 92? Anyway, I thought he was badass, but we've been kind of partial to that guy lately.
Yeah, we've been watching a lot of movies with him in it.
But he was fucking sick. Instead of Renfield, it was just this crazy ass vampire bitch who was doing his bidding, and she was fucking dope. She was crazy.
Yeah, she was. She was wild.
She was like that drunk, methed out chick that don't ever want anybody to stop partying, you know, except she was a vampire, and.
Oh, God.
She was pretty diabolical. The gargoyles, dude, they were badass.
I wasn't as big as a fan of the gargoyles, I think, as you were.
Well, the nuance of them, I thought it was sick, dude.
It was good, but my only one complaint about this movie was that the CGI and, like, special effects were kind of...
I thought they were actually decent.
They were good, but they weren't, like...
I don't know, I thought it was good. The gargoyles looked like... If concrete, whatever the fuck, stone gargoyles were moving around, I feel like that's what they would look like. And you could hear them scraping against the ground and shit.
I mean, yeah.
And a little thing at the end of the movie, when the fucking curse was lifted, all these like scrawny, like bald head, gray looking children just all walk out of the castle. So apparently that's what the gargoyles were. That was badass. I don't know, man. It was pretty fucking sick, dude. I probably, if you're watching this and you haven't seen the movie yet, I probably damn near ruined the whole thing. But y'all motherfuckers, if you've been watching me for the last few years, you know that's what I do. The movie was badass, and I know you ain't heard me say a movie was this fucking sick since...
In a minute.
So I'm saying, man, dude, look, I got a lot of vampires.
Go check this movie.
Check it out. It's fucking sick. It's dope. Any last words?
No, I mean, it was a good movie. If you want to take your chick or your man out and see a little romantic movie, go see it. And
plenty of violence and gore.
Yeah. Really, that was it. It was a good movie. It's the best movie that I think we've seen together in the theater so far. So
yeah,
I liked it.
This year.
Liked it a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, man. If y'all seen it, let us know what you think about it in the comments below, or even do you plan on watching it or what? And as always, I appreciate you watching. Much love and respect. Peace. Whoa. One more thing. I forgot. I gotta say this.
Take the floor.
Dracula was talking mad shit to William Harker or whatever the fuck his name was, and he would laugh at him, but he was so old and decrepit, he would be like, like.
Oh yeah, that laugh was hella crazy.
Laugh was
I thought he was choking at first, but I mean it was good.
This is the old man Dracula laugh. Anyway, I'm gonna cut that into a reel. But yeah, thanks for watching. Peace.